On the hot seat this Thursday, United States Navy Vice Admiral Frank Bradley is set to provide a classified briefing to members of the House and Senate Armed Services Committees. Vice Admiral Bradley is reported to be the commander who ordered the follow-up strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Caribbean. That follow-up strike, which took place on September 2nd, killed 2 survivors from the first strike. This afternoon, President Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth were asked about the strikes.
As far as the attack is concerned, I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete. But to me, it was an attack. It wasn't 1 strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes. Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat. But I would say this, they had a strike. I hear the gentleman that was in charge of that is extraordinary. He's an extraordinary person. I'll let Pete speak about him. But Pete was satisfied. Pete didn't know about second attack having to do with 2 people. I guess Pete would have to speak to it. I can say this, I want those boats taken out.
I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting. A couple of hours later, I learned that that commander had made which he had the complete authority to do, and by the way, Admiral Bradley made the correct decision to ultimately sink the boat and eliminate the threat. He sunk the boat, and eliminated the threat. And it was the right call. We have his back.
Republican Georgia Congressman, member of the House Armed Services Committee, Dr. Rich McCormick joins me. Good afternoon, sir. For starters, President Trump is the king of transparency. So why is this interview with the Admiral going to be classified behind closed doors?
If I knew, then I'd be able to tell you, but I'm sure it's classified for a reason. It's probably going to give us intelligence on what those people were doing, why a second strike was merited. Once I have a better idea of what that is, I'm not even sure what I'm going to be able to share with you. Back when we did takedowns of boats on the Marine Expeditionary Units, we had missions that we planned we can't even talk about, we never even executed. So we'll see what the intelligence has to offer us. Hopefully we can declassify as much of it as possible so it seems like we're not hiding anything, because I think that's really important to the American people.
Well, it seems that the mission, that it was a narco-terrorist boat. And nobody wants those drugs here in the United States. I think probably everyone agrees on that. The question really is that the whole mission was to destroy or to the imminent threat. But once that boat was blown up, the threat, and 2 guys are hanging to low wreckage, it doesn't sound like that's much of a threat. So mission accomplished. But then the question is, how long before the second strike? And you have Secretary of War Pete Hegseth saying that he didn't stick around for an hour or 2, but it's unclear. Did it come right away? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, an hour later? There's so many unanswered questions, which is why transparency is so important.
Yeah, but the nice thing is we are going to get to the bottom of this. We are going to have a full inquiry. We're going to have a full brief. We'll be able to ask questions and have those answered. I do have great confidence in the naval leadership. I know that these guys are fighting a war. This is a war at the greatest cost of American lives of any war we've ever fought. About 1 million people have died in the last decade. 1 million people. That's more than any other war we've ever fought by far. It's not even close. When you have 1 million people die in a war, there's going to be casualties. And hopefully those people that are dying are evil people that will no longer harass us and try to deliver death to American shores. That's a tall order, and I hope we did the right thing, and I'm looking into it. And I have pretty good confidence, though, that our Admiral did the right thing so far. But we'll find out for sure.
What if he didn't do the right thing? What if it's concluded that the imminent threat was over, and that's where it should have stopped? What happens then?
There'll be a full investigation, an inquiry. There'll be the court case. It wouldn't be the first time. We've prosecuted people in every war we've ever fought in. Sometimes people make honest mistakes. Sometimes they make the wrong decision. But we'll get to the bottom of that, and we'll do the right thing. I believe that.